Today we are going to take a look at TP-Link's router, which is having good features at a better price. If you are looking for a budget Wi-Fi 6 router, this one is for you. Hey guys, this is Gino from GT Creations and we are looking at AX50 or AX3000, which can deliver a total speed of 3000 megabits per second. I have recently upgraded my internet plan to 1 gig per second, so I have decided to get this AX50 from TP-Link considering its features at a lower price. This will be replacing my Archer AC1200 router. Before we proceed with the review, let me explain to you what is Wi-Fi 6 and what are its benefits. Wi-Fi 6 is the next generation of Wi-Fi, which is efficient and faster than the previous generations. Wi-Fi Alliance has decided to change their names so that people can understand them better. You might be familiar with the old generations such as 802.11.n, AC, etc., which is now called Wi-Fi 4 and Wi-Fi 5 respectively. And the next generation of Wi-Fi 802.11.ax is called Wi-Fi 6. One of the main features of Wi-Fi 6 is MU-MIMO. Multiple user MIMO enables an access point to address multiple devices simultaneously instead of one at a time sequentially. Although MU-MIMO was introduced in last gen Wi-Fi AC, Wi-Fi 6 improves it. It allows 8 simultaneous wireless streams instead of 4, and it is enabled for both upload and download. Another feature of Wi-Fi 6 is OFDMA. What it does is divide the wireless channel to subchannels and subchannel to partial channels. So the different devices can communicate with the access point using a single channel instead of each device using the entire channel. Another important feature is the target wake time. It helps to reduce the battery usage of connected devices. Now let's review this one. The AX50 router is powered by Intel's dual-core processor and delivers a total bandwidth of 3 gigabit per second. With MU-MIMO, OFDMA and 1024 QAM, it provides both 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz bandwidth. The device has 4 external antennas with beamforming technology. I will be doing a speed test and range test using Surface Pro 7 in this video, so please stay tuned for that. Coming on to back side of the device, we have the barrel power connector, on-off switch, 1 gig WAN port and 4 gig LAN ports. The device boasts to have USB 3 port, about which we will discuss later in this video. Also, we can find WPS, reset and LED control buttons on the right side. Setting up the device is very easy and this can be done using web interface or TP-Link's proprietary Tether application, which is available for both Android and Apple devices. In order to get the maximum speed, we need to activate the 160 MHz channel manually. By default, the setting is in auto and the maximum speed is limited to 867 megabits per second. Once the setup is done, check for any new firmware updates. I'm on a gig internet and let me show the actual speed I'm getting on a LAN connection. In this channel, we will be doing tech and travel videos. Please subscribe if you find this video useful. This helps a lot. When you connect to the 5 GHz band, you will get a maximum negotiation speed of 2.4 gig per second when the device is very close to the router. But if you are few steps away, then the speed drops. Even if I stay 8 feet away from the router, I got around 1.3 to 1.9 Gbps and it fluctuates a lot in my experience. Tether app comes in handy to get a quick control of your TP-Link router. The guest network can be quickly turned on or off from the home menu. The connection status and number of devices connected to the router can be monitored and controlled easily using the app. Parental control is another useful option if there are kids at home, using which you can restrict the activities and websites they can access. For the AX50 router, the quality of service setting can only be controlled using the Tether application. I have a terrible experience with it and I had to return my first router after changing the QoS settings. If you are using the Tether app, I would strongly recommend you to stay away from the quality of service settings. Now the LED status can be controlled using this application. The device can schedule to reboot monthly, weekly or daily. You will be notified if there is any firmware update available for your router in the application. The USB port on the back of the device can be used for file sharing and printer sharing. Despite of having USB 3 port, the device performs poor as a media hub. The shared files can be accessed by mapping the network drive, FTP and FTP via internet. Access authentication can be enabled for file access. Media share enables the connected smart devices to access the media contents of the connected drive. For the full HD content, one can stream without any lag or buffer, but for any high bitrate UHD content, the system struggles to play it smoothly without any buffer. Hi guys, welcome back to another unboxing video. What we have here is a LG C9 OLED TV. When I connected USB 3 media storage, I was getting only 21 megabytes per second download and 18 megabytes per second upload speed. I tried disabling the USB interference reduction option in the system parameter settings, but there was a small or no improvement at all. I had been using this TP-Link router for the last 4 months and recently it started showing some problems with the speed. I'm getting only half the speed provided by my ISP. I think the problem here is with the QoS settings in the Tether app. I tried uninstalling the app and did a factory reset, but still the problem is there. So I contacted the TP-Link service center and the response was very fast and I got it replaced with new unit. So let's see the problem is resolved or not. I have set up the router using web interface so that the QoS setting will not affect my actual speeds. Right now, I'm standing in front of the router and let's see what is the speed we are getting. Now I am 20 feet away from the router. Modem and router are in line of sight. Now I am 14 feet away from the router and there is a wall in between the router and the device. Now let's do the range test on a 2.4 GHz band. This router performs well considering its price. Few issues that I found are there is a lot of fluctuation in speed. Also, the USB 3 port available with AX50 model looks to be a gimmick. I was able to get only USB 2 speeds while transferring files from a USB 3 external drive connected to AX50 router. The device heats up a little bit, but I was able to tackle it by placing it on a raised platform for improved airflow. After using it for 4 months, my recommendation is if you are on a 500 gig or below internet plan, you can use it without any issues. But anything above 500 Gbps or if you run any high speed NAS, I would suggest you take a look on other options. Hope you guys like this video. Please like, share and subscribe and see you in the next one. Bye bye.